What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another coffee thing. It's part of my short series on different types of coffee. Today we are going to be doing a caramel macchiato that is very similar to what you would get at Starbucks. So let's do it. This video is actually going to be dedicated to Taylor, one of my best friends. This is one of the drinks that she always used to get when we used to be hungover and go get coffee every Saturday morning. She would always get an iced caramel macchiato or hot. I'm going to be making it cold today. So yeah, Taylor, this one's for you. This is my my Starbucks coffee cup. It's gonna make it look fancy. Usually I just make mine in mason jars. All right, so some of the things that you're going to need for this recipe, you're either gonna need super strong coffee or 2 shots of espresso, which is what I have here. You can also use cold brew since cold brew is more condensed. You're gonna need ice, caramel, vanilla, and caramel syrup is what I use. I buy sugar-free because nobody needs all that sugar in your life. Sorry. So sugar-free over here. You're also gonna need milk. You can use any kind of milk, oat milk, almond milk, cow milk, 2% whole, whatever, soy, coconut. You can use any kind of milk. I personally usually only have almond on hand, but I did buy some 2%, so I'm going to use that in this recipe. And then the last thing that you put on top is usually a whipped cream. I have Cool Whip, and I'm gonna show you guys how I use that. To first start this recipe, I'm gonna take this caramel and drizzle on the sides. So it makes it look a little fancy, right? Because everyone loves when their shit looks fancy. Then I'm going to add the syrups. Now this is going to be a personal preference for you, how sweet you do or don't like it, but this is what I'm gonna do. So this is the vanilla. So that's like 4, and this one doesn't have a pump, so I just kind of eyeball it, but this is the classic caramel. You can also get salted caramel, and you can just buy these at the grocery store. I actually bought these from Costco, but I have seen them at our local Fred Meyer, Walmart, stuff like that, so keep that in mind. So I'm going to eyeball it, I don't know, like a little bit. That's how much syrup's in the bottom. It does seem like a lot, but sugar-free. Next, you're going to add your milk. So I happen to have 2% on hand, which is like never in this house. We don't ever have real milk. It's always almond milk, but since I do have this, I'm gonna add this. Now, I have noticed that when I got this at Starbucks, I did get the grande size, which is this, and they filled it up to the 2nd, or maybe it was the 3rd line. That's a lot of milk. Probably fill it up to the 2nd just to show you guys what it looks like, but I usually do not drink that much. So we're gonna fill it up to the 2nd line. As you can see, I filled up the milk, and next you're going to add ice. I have done this quite a few times to try to get the right kind of like flavor and whatnot, and to have that layering effect like when you get it from Starbucks or Dunkin' or wherever you get your coffee. You have to fill the ice up over the milk. So let me do that. I have added my ice, and you can see the ice at the top, and that's kind of what you want because when you add this espresso, you're gonna want it to kind of sit on top. But before I add the espresso and do all that, I am going to show you how I do the whip topping. Okay, so this is whip topping. This is Kroger brand, but Cool Whip, whatever. I really wish they did have the sugar-free, but they didn't, so this is gonna have a little bit more sugar in it. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna scoop some of your whip topping into a bowl, and Starbucks be putting a shit ton on top, so whip topping. After you do your whip topping, I have found that if you add a syrup, it gives it a little bit more flavor. So I will put a pump of the vanilla and just a tad bit of this caramel, okay? Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna mix it up. All right, now so we have our whip topping, we put the caramel in, we put our syrup in, we put the milk in, now we have to add the espresso. And you wanna do it ever so lightly. If you pour it in super fast, you're not gonna get that layering effect. If you don't care that it looks pretty, I'm just gonna show you how it does look pretty. And I spilled it. You can see how the espresso is sitting on top. You have the pretty little caramel on the side and the milk and sugar and all that on the bottom. Now you're going to add your whipped topping. It's like a foam. But like I said, if you do have it in the can, go ahead and use that. And of course, it's not complete without your caramel on top. Would you look at that? Do you see this? Look at how pretty that looks. All right, now that we got our macchiato, give it a test. I gotta tell you, it's not something that I would drink every day, but it does taste good. Only because I don't actually drink sweet stuff, but once in a while, this could be good. As I said in my cold brew video before, if you haven't checked that one out, I'll link it up here for you to check out. Make your own cold brew at home, because guess what? Making all of these are gonna save you so much more money at home. If you have a favorite coffee that you get from your local coffee shop, comment down below what it is, because I would like to try it. I've been stepping outside my comfort zone lately and trying these different drinks, and I also would like to find a way to make them at home. So comment down below what your favorite coffee drink is. Don't forget to check in next week to see what coffee I make, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.